So I picked up this lovely red TPU from ERYONE. This is the trans red colour. It's just this gorgeous shine to it. And so I've been printing with it for a little while. My TPU prints aren't perfect, but all of these bits and bobs were printed on a modified Ender 3 Pro with the Sprite Pro hot end. So I've done my usual trolley token. You just use these anywhere you've got trolleys that take a £1 coin. They also work in some gym lockers and leisure centre lockers. I tend to have a pocket full of these most of the time and give them away to friends and family. Then I ran off a couple of my fidget bolts. I've refined this design lately to put a slight chamfer on these parts. I think it would be better if I'm printing the main part in TPU to print this nut in PLA or PETG, because as you hold it, it sort of binds on the threads. But that's not a fault of the filament. Just look at the shine on that colour. It's amazing. And because it's TPU, they don't break, which is handy, because some of the ones that I've given out to the kids, they throw them and the end snaps off. That one's come up a little bit cleaner. Just really shows off that gorgeous colour, and of course the flex to it. And then what else have I done? This is a door bumper. I've got a heavy double glazed, no, not double glazed, fireproof front door, and when you swing it open, if you're not careful, the handle crashes into the wall. So I made this just after I decorated to stop it dinging up all the paintwork, and all it does, it slides over the door handle, and then when the door swings back, this bumps the wall instead of the metal handle. And after a few false starts, I've got it so it's fairly rigid, because you don't want it so springy that the door bounces and swings back on you. I figured that out the hard way. Yeah, that's come up lovely, and look at that. I don't do a lot of TPU prints, but this stuff's amazing. And these are feet for one of my printers. Just slides into the V-slot extrusion, and then there you can put in a bolt and a T-nut to lock it in place. Took a bit of tuning to slow down on this section because it was getting over hot, but that shine is just amazing with this stuff. I want to get this in some other colours, and nice and flexible. So that means it gives the printer a little bit of vibration damping. Now, just out of curiosity, I make these reel clips. They just slide onto the edge of the reel like this to hold the filament. So I decided to see what, if it would print, how it would come out. I was quite surprised this actually printed, because these are quite a test of adhesion. Unfortunately, it's never going to hold filament, but it's interesting to see how well it handled the detail. And that's how they should come out in normal filament. I print them mostly in ABS, that way if a spool's in the dryer, they don't just soften. And then I've been messing about with a different design for a fidget. I call these squidgets because you can just squish them and bend them about, or you can just hold them and fiddle with them like that. So I've run off a load of these and they've all come out very nicely. It really shows off that translucent nature of it. And then the settings weren't quite right for this, but it's one of my little pen cups. Really captured the detail pretty well with all of these ridges. So I'm really liking this filament. And then these are just little parts for, I've got some, as you can see here, I've got some pegboard. Some stuff I've designed special pegs for, other stuff you just want to be able to mount it with a bolt or two. That's what these are for. There's two different designs. One you just put like that, you put a bolt through it and then it will drop into the peg, and these are flat on the back, so if you've got something that you need to mount flush, you can screw through into these and then they drop down into the slots. They work really well in TPU. And it's just such a beautiful colour. I can't get over how nice it is. I want this in like a blue maybe. I think that would look amazing. So all in all, I'm very happy with this. In fairness, I've yet to have a spool of ERYONE filament that I've had any problems with that weren't my own doing. It's nice to see these cardboard spools coming along now. So that is the ERYONE TPU in the Trans Red. Another gorgeous addition to my collection of ERYONE filament.